Hello, I think this is the last video, okay? So now we're going to assemble our chicken enchilada ring, and this is the fun part. So I'm using the large entertaining platter, and this is a piece of stoneware, but it's glazed. So it's one of those things that looks pretty from the oven to the table. And it has the opening in the middle so that you can put a bowl in it and put a little salsa. And so my bowl is going to be a tortilla bowl, and I've got it in the oven out now, and it's right here. I used a 2-cup prep bowl and used a tortilla right here, and so now it's going to cool. I'm just going to have to let it cool down, and then I can take it out and it'll be hard. But I've got it in the oven right now, and so it's going to get dried out and make the bowl. Then I'll put sour cream in there and put a little bit of hot sauce. And then we also have our guacamole. I made all this guacamole, look at that. Isn't that delicious? I think that's like maybe 4 or 5 avocados with that guacamole seasoning. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of oil on the stone since it's the glazed stone. I'm just gonna pump this up. This is our kitchen spritzer, and I have regular canola oil in here. And you just spray it gently like this, all around. And then I'm gonna release the pressure. And I love this so much better than using pan or anything, because I know it's just oil and it won't leave a residue on my stones or any of my baking pans. So now I'm gonna add crescent rolls right here. Oh, I forgot about the chips. This is another one of my favorite parts right here. And look, Quick Clip. Remember, when you get your order in by midnight tonight, you get to choose a free gift. And now I'm gonna take these chips and just crumple them all around here because you gotta have that extra crunch to that. Remember, we added our chips to the chicken enchilada ring, okay? I'll just sprinkle this. I'll probably put a little bit more than I have to, but I like the chips on there, okay? And then a can of crescent rolls. And I have tried off-brand crescent rolls, but I really do like the Pillsbury, okay? And I don't think it's that much more expensive. So you take the little wedges and you're gonna do 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and 9 o'clock, okay? So there's 3 o'clock and there's 9 o'clock right here. And then I take this one over, I got some chips on there. Then we're going to do about 1:30. And then 3:30, maybe 4:30, and then 7:30 and 9:30 right there. And we have a pretty sun. And then now what we're gonna do is take out and fill in those other little wedges right there. Okay, so we open this up and then just fill in the gap with this dough. If you're doing a smaller ring and you're just doing like one recipe, then all you have to do is just make a smaller circle and you'll be just fine, just like that. We have braids, we have rings, we have wreaths that you can do, and all you have to do to figure out how to make those rings and wreaths and braids is go to my website, pamperedchef.biz/Valerie Rimschel, pamperedchef.biz, sorry. And then you'll can type in braids or rings and it'll bring up how to do it. I take my baker's roller and I'm using the big part. I put a little bit of flour on the small flexible cutting mat right here so that it doesn't stick. And then I'm just gonna push this. And you kind of have to hold the chips because with those, actually hold the dough, because with those chips in there, it kind of just slides right here. Just kind of make it go all the way to that center right here. And then, and I do like to use this part. Oops, and it got sticky, so I need to get more flour. And I'm gonna push it out that way, okay? Because we've doubled the dough, and so that makes it a little thicker. So we don't want it to be doughy when it's cooked, okay? So that's why we flatten it out to where the crescent rolls are just as thick as a single crescent roll, okay? And then I'll take this around here and make a little well for all that good filling, and that flattens it out even more. So this here, So tonight, what we're doing, the girls are tying bells around ribbon sticks for the going away for the wedding, and so I'm making a meal while they do that, and then we're gonna practice the grand march. Me and my sister-in-law are gonna lead it. So there you go. So there's that ring part, and now I'm gonna start filling it. And I use the large scoop right here, just like this. They go pretty thick. And you guys, if you want to make nachos with this filling, then you can also use it to fill up those tortilla chips. Just put your tortilla chips all over our large round stone and plop this on there and grate a little bit more cheese on the top, and you've got wonderful little nachos, okay? So, and I will be posting the recipe of this as well, so y'all will have the recipe. And again, I went ahead and added that other chicken breast that was on there, and that way I had a little bit more chicken in here. And so you can make your ring. I mean, look at this. We just fill it in there. You can make it small, you can make it big, and we're going big. That's one thing we do in this family. We're gonna go big or go home, right? And let me show y'all something else that I learned. I learned this from my mom, okay? We're gonna waste not, want not. So this is what we do. I'm getting a large mixing scraper, and if you see all of this in here, I'm gonna scrape every bit of this out, and you will be amazed at, instead of just rinsing this and throwing it away, look how much more I got. So that's where it's really important, just to get all of that goodness in there, okay? And we'll put this and soak it in water. Now the fun part. Now we're gonna get to roll this over, roll and tuck, just like this, all the way around. Some of them have chips, some of them don't. And what we can do is we can always add more chips if we want to, okay? So we'll do this. Isn't this pretty? And I'm gonna have to wash my hands. I wash my hands a lot while I'm cooking. And sometimes you just kind of push that ring back a little bit. See, mine never looks as pretty as the picture, but I think it's gonna taste pretty darn good. Okay, let me wash my hands right quick. Dry them off, and then I'll show you what I'm gonna do to have a little bit of extra touch. Okay, pump it up. And we're gonna spritz it with oil. Let's put it on my finger. So it kind of has a little glazed look. And then release it, and we're gonna add some more chips. Sprinkle it all over that top. You know, there's something about just that little crunch, especially when you have guacamole in there. Okay, so as a side. So I'm gonna be cooking this later. I'm gonna throw it in the oven. Right now I'm just gonna put some saran wrap over it, and I'll put it over here for now. Make sure the puppy dog doesn't get it. And then I'm gonna show you what's gonna make it really special is by slicing my tomato and my lime, and that's gonna be the garnish for the ring. And I'm using the same setting that I did yesterday for the lemons. So we do this, I put it around. It'll tell you if you don't have it right. Put that right there. Let me get my beautiful colander. And I'm gonna get this tomato, and I am gonna cut off the end because I don't want this part to be in there. So I'm gonna slice this off. Use that flexible cutting mat right there. It is that. And that's why I've got flat ends. Take that part off. Put the little food holder in there. Pull the button up. Hopefully you saw this yesterday. I'm not explaining it very well now because I hope you saw it yesterday. If you didn't, go back to the video. Release the blade. Put that slice in there, and here we go. It's on the thickest slice. And look at that. Beautiful tomatoes. So then what I'll do is I'll slice the tomatoes in half, and then what I'll do is put those in between all those little wedges, and I'll show you what it does at the end. So here's my lime. Do the same thing for this. Okay, and then I will slice these in half. Take this and lock that up right there. And let me get, I need a fresh cutting board. Yeah, I go through cutting boards and scrapers. So now what I would do is cut this in half like that. And then same thing with the lime, cut this in half. And then it's gonna go in between each of the little wedges. So I've got tomatoes and limes. And I'm going to store those in my little prep bowls. That way they'll be nice and fresh for the chicken enchilada ring. I'll put that in here. And then I'll show you all the picture. And hopefully y'all will get to see the ice cream soon too. Okay? So here is the picture of the chicken enchilada ring so you can see what I'm going to do with the tomatoes and the limes. So there it is. Another free gift that you can get is any of our seasonings. I did the Southwestern seasoning for this ring, and then also you can get the Season's Best Cookbook. Those are some things that I did not show you yesterday. So all the other ones I think you have seen. So that's it in a nutshell. The last thing I'll be doing is showing you pictures of the ring as it's done, and I probably will videotape the ice cream. Y'all have a good night. Bye. Oh, the word of the day is going to be enchilada. So message me enchilada and you get 10 more tickets. Bye.